Hello and welcome back once again to product placement. So, bit of a funny story. I completely forgot about this product for close to a year. So, as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm getting ready to go out of town and I'm probably gonna be gone about a month. So I'm like, well, let me clean out the fridge. I'll pack whatever I don't want to lose into a cooler and take it with me. I'll put it in a cooler with a bunch of ice and take it where I'm going. Then I can put it in the freezer there. And then when I come back, I'll just bring it back with me if I haven't used it by then. Because while I'm gone, I plan to shut down the fridge so it's not sitting here drawing electricity. So I'm like, okay, well, I got a bunch of old condiments and stuff that I don't need. I'm just gonna toss them because there's only like this much left in the bottle or whatever. And I can always buy new ones when I get home because they're not that expensive. So as I'm cleaning out the door of my fridge, I pick up a bottle and I'm like, oh, I forgot I even had this. And the thing is, I didn't actually buy this product. It was given to me, which is why I forgot that I had it. So I mentioned in a previous video, I have a friend of the family who buys all this stuff, doesn't eat it, and then calls me and says, hey, I got a box of stuff for you. This was one of the items in that box. So I think her grandchildren wanted to try it, ended up not trying it, and it came to me. And it's been sat in my fridge, buried behind a bunch of other condiments for, like I said, probably close to a year now. Hopefully it's still good. It hasn't spoiled. It hasn't even been opened, so it should still be sealed. And hopefully it's still edible. I won't make myself sick off of this, I hope. But today we're going to be trying pink sauce. Now it may look like Pepto-Bismol, but this is a sauce or a dressing or whatever you want to call it. So a little bit of a story behind it for those of you who don't know. There was a young woman who came up with the idea for this sauce and started making it in her home and shipping it out to people. She was not up to date on requirements of food safety, so some of her early packaging had some issues. It was plastic squeeze bottles and they were shipped in regular bubble mailers, so stuff got dropped on top of them and they exploded. Others that were being sent long haul weren't sent by refrigerated trucks, so the heat in the truck kind of made them pop and spoil. So there were some issues, but through the feedback she got from that, or the negative feedback I should say, through YouTube or wherever, TikTok or wherever she was doing her videos about making pink sauce, people told her about the FDA. Again, she wasn't up to date on all of the food and drug regulations because she didn't know that the F in FDA stood for food. She thought FDA just handled prescription drugs. And she even has a video where she goes, why do I need to go through the FDA? I'm not selling medication, I'm selling sauce. So eventually people clued her in that it is a food item, it has to be regulated. An inspector came to her house, went over her operation, put her in touch with some people to where she was able to get pink sauce bottled professionally. So this is the professionally bottled version, not the one she was making out of her home. So she contracted out another company. Here's the ingredients, the proportions, whatever. They worked with her on getting the right mix and they produced however many bottles. And it actually made it onto store shelves. I do remember seeing this on my store shelves and joking with a friend that I was going to send her a case of it, but I never actually bought it. But then, oddly enough, I stopped seeing it at the regular store, but then I did start seeing it at the dollar store. So I don't know if that was when it was starting to phase out, maybe it wasn't doing as good, or the stores just shipped all their supply to the dollar stores. And I thought about getting it for $1 just to try it, but I didn't, and then I'm kind of glad I didn't because I ended up getting given this one. This one does have a reduced rate sticker. According to this sticker, this was originally being sold for $3.99 a bottle. This one was on sale for $2.99, so you get $1 off, and I could have got it for $1.25 at Dollar Tree, but I ended up getting it for free. So now that I remembered I have pink sauce, we're gonna try it. Yes, I'm gonna be that brave and try pink sauce. And as I said, this is the professionally bottled version. It is in a glass bottle, not in the plastic squeeze bottle. It is sealed, so it wasn't just her filling up a bottle and screwing the old lids back on and not vacuum sealing it or eliminating air from it, so that was another issue that she had. So this is the professionally done one, so that's why I'm comfortable trying it. It says best if used by 6/21/24, so we're a little out of date because we're into 2025 now, but I've had sauces that were quite a bit past those best by dates and they were still fine. So I'm gonna trust that this one's okay. So what are we gonna be trying this with? I'm not just gonna lick it off my finger. Well, I was getting ready to have lunch and I made myself some chicken nuggies. So we're gonna try it with my chicken nuggies that are probably stone cold right now because I've been talking for 8 minutes. But I'm not gonna pour it directly onto my chicken nuggies or onto the plate because if I don't like it, I don't want to ruin my nugs. So I got a little bowl here to put some sauce in. So now let's open this up. All right, we got the top layer off. I'm going to open the bottle. And it is vacuum sealed. Well, supposedly vacuum sealed. It does have a plug on it, and it is dented, so it was vacuum sealed, but it just came right off. Actually, that might have just been the lid to the bottle. Sometimes these bottles have a little plastic thing inside, so I think it just came loose. So before we do anything, let's give it a smell and see what we think. Okay, definitely got hit with a spice there. I'm not sure what it was. Almost smells sort of like a mesquite barbecue sauce with some chili powder or cayenne powder or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I did do a little bit of research on this. It's basically a mixture of ranch dressing or mayonnaise, depending on which version you're getting from her, but most likely ranch dressing, a sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, and the pink comes from dragon fruit powder. There is a video over on the Food Theory channel, I think it was, with Matt Pat and his wife Stephanie, where they try pink sauce and break it all down and everything. So if you want to know more about it, you can check that one out, but this is just me trying it just to see what we think. So yeah, I definitely smell the ranch. I'm definitely getting a little bit of a zesty something or other in there. And like I said, kind of a smoky, almost mesquite kind of barbecue thing. Now I'm going to dump some into the little sauce bowl here. I'm going to do it up here so you can see there's no trickery. That should be enough because I don't want to use too much because I don't want to waste it. Put the lid back on. Honestly, if I don't like this, I'm probably not going to keep that bottle. I'll just end up throwing it in the trash. But there you can see we have some pink sauce in the container. I am going to try just a little bit on my finger real quick. So on its own, I would say it's not my favorite sauce. There's definitely some type of spice in there because I can feel it at the back of my throat. And honestly, I think that's what's killing it for me is that spicy bit. It was just a mixture of ranch dressing and barbecue sauce, but didn't have all that spice in it. I'd probably be okay with it, unless that's the dragon fruit. But I've had dragon fruit before and I don't remember it being extremely spicy. But enough talking, my nugs are getting cold, so let's try some of it. Gonna dip our nuggie in, like so, and here we go. Cheers. Okay, so with something like a nugget or fries or something, I don't get as much of the direct punch of the zestiness as I did when I just tasted the sauce by itself. I mostly get ranch flavor, like dipping my nuggets in regular ranch dressing. There's a little bit of a tanginess from the barbecue, and the spiciness is just kind of an afterthought. It's like, oh, that had a little bit of a zip to it. But like I said, it wasn't as much of a punch in the face as when I just dipped my finger in. Because when I did that, that spice just immediately coated the entire back of my throat, and that's all I could taste. Now I got a lingering little buzz of spicy floating around my mouth, but yeah, overall it's not horrible. It's not my favorite sauce. I'd probably just stick with regular barbecue or ranch or mix them myself. The zestiness, like I said, it's a nice aftertaste, but by itself, made a little bit too much. Overall, as far as my dinner, I'm probably going to go back to regular barbecue sauce for now, but I did get to try pink sauce, and I'm not upset about it. Like I said, this is the factory-produced version, so I trust this one a little bit more than the stuff she was making at home. But despite everything that happened, like I said, I no longer see this on the store shelves, not even at the dollar store. So I think it was just kind of a short-run thing. She tried something out, and hopefully she got a little bit of money from it. You know, from what I saw, a lot of people on the internet were cutting her down really bad, but she was a young lady. She's trying something, trying to put herself out there, trying to be an entrepreneur, and this was the result. She actually got something professionally done, but I don't think the sales were there enough for it to keep going into long-term production. But hopefully she made a little bit of money in the process. So congratulations to her. Hopefully you got something out of this experiment, and don't give up. Don't worry about what the idiots on the internet say. Like you said in a couple of your videos that I saw, some of the positive feedback actually put you in touch with people that helped you get to this stage, and now you're wiser for it. So keep at it. You know, just because pink sauce didn't work, maybe your next sauce will, now that you know how to better mass produce it and handle the business aspect of it. And if it's not another sauce, maybe you try something else in the future. Be looking forward to seeing what comes next from you, and hopefully you do well in the future. So that's gonna be it for this episode. Again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Links are in the description. Ring the bell wherever it is on screen. Make sure you get notifications every time I post new content. And until next time, cheers.